Yeah, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru, and another great video coming your way, helping you transform your referral systems, your client retention strategies, and your client loyalty, taking it through the roof. So today, the number one mistake that people make when talking to or trying to do things with their referral partners. And don't get me wrong, there are plenty, but I reckon this one stands out above all others for the majority of the time. So this is what I want to do. As always, if you've been around me, you know, teacher and me, love getting over into the workboard, and let's draw this out. So here we are, like you're over here, okay? And then your referral partner is over here. And generally, there is this gap. But what's the gap? Well, the gap really is around this is what my thinking should be around what happens. And this is their thinking. Great example. So I was speaking to someone just the other day, and they're like, well, I'm thinking of putting on an affiliate program, and you could be an affiliate. Not asking, telling me, I could be an affiliate. You could, so their language was, you could be an affiliate. And you get to have X percentage of every single sale, and this and this and this, and I'd already tuned out. So what the problem with that? The problem is they've got their way of thinking that this is how it will work. I've got my way of thinking. See, my driver isn't about needing compensation for passing someone referrals, not my driver. Good on you if it's your driver, but it's not mine. So as soon as someone says, as the very first thing, oh, and I'll pay you for it, straight away, I'm already gone. You can say whatever you want for the next how many minutes, I'm already not listening. So when you come in with your thinking, and over here, the referral source has their thinking, what we have here is this gap. And what we need to be able to do is obviously close the gap. And the only way you can close the gap is by simply actually being curious. Rather than having, well, this is how I think it should happen, you get rid of that. They're always going to have their thinking, but your job to close that gap and to get up here is to understand their thinking. And this is why it's so hard for so many people to be able to do this. Because the whole way through life, we're being taught around, hey, put yourself forward, make sure you have a plan, make sure you lead, make sure that you are influencing, make sure that you are, and all of a sudden here I'm saying, you need to drop your ego, you need to drop your thinking, and you need to simply ask questions and be curious about what will help the other person come to the top. Because in essence, your number one job when talking to referral sources is working out how do you get to that peak. Because if you don't get to that peak, then guess what? They don't help you. So if there's one thing that you could do right from this, is to be able to start to be more curious and not say this is how it's going to happen, but instead just share the idea, share your vision, share your thoughts, and let them explain to you how they could help. You see, there's one thing, and I think it's just so powerful in every form of business. You can't convince someone to do something for you. Say it again. You can't convince to get someone to do something for you. They have to convince themselves. It's no different. Prospect to become a client, right? Team member to stay part of your team, client to stay longer. They need to convince themselves that this is what they want to do. So your job when you're talking to a referral source isn't to convince them to become a referral source, but instead to become curious enough that in the end, They're just talking to you around, oh, and I could do this for you. Oh, and I can help you do this. Oh, and maybe I could do this. And when that starts to happen, they've now started to convince themselves that helping you would be a great idea. And that's the power of simply being able to understand that if you go in with your thinking, they've already got their thinking. So there's this gap. And most of the time, all people do is the gap is they bang heads with each other because we can't drop our own thinking. Well, that's what you need to do. And easily, number one mistake people make when trying to source out referral partners. Because in the end, they've got, well, I do it this way, and we do this, and we do this, and we do this, and we do this. And that's fine. But what happens if you have someone over here who says, well, I don't want it done that way? Do you just go, oh, well, bad luck? They could have been an absolute unbelievable person. Flexibility is the key. So what I want you to practice from here is start conversations with potential referral sources where you simply are just so curious that in the end, the questions you ask and the things that you share and your thoughts allow them to go, well, hey, maybe I could help you in this particular way. And that's when you know you're starting to get some really good traction with a referral source. So let me just give you an example here for you to be able to go with. Okay? So a couple of weeks ago, I was speaking to someone I'd never spoken to before. I just had reached out on social media because they're part of my networks. Haven't ever spoken to them, haven't ever met them. And I just reached out and said, hey, I saw you pop up in my feed and love what you're doing. Love to be able to find out more and see if there's ways we might be able to help each other. There's the first message, easy. They responded, yeah, that sounds really good. Would love to. So we jumped onto Zoom and we started talking. Now, you've heard the simple rules. Hey, the less you talk, the more in control you are. I have a simple little rule. I want to talk like 25% and then talk 75%. So I don't have any preconceived ideas going into this call other than I'm looking forward to finding out about this person. I'm looking forward to finding out what they do. And let's see if there's any opportunities. That's it. That's my only three things in my head around my thinking. So therefore, it makes it really easy then to start just simply asking questions. Hey, John, really great to meet you. So let's just start off. Love to find out more about you and what you do. And then as John starts talking, I can just keep asking more questions. And then I can transition to, oh, okay. So like, here's what's in my head. I'm not telling him do this or do that, or here's what we should do together. Here's what's in my head. Like we do blah, 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 blah. And I'm always looking for people to be able to find a way that you might be able to help them. And then they will do exactly the same thing back. And in essence, what they have done is convince themselves that they would be a good referral source for you. And that's what has to happen. So hopefully it's been super helpful, team. Look forward to being able to jump on, help you again real soon. Couple of places. We have the new Referral, Client Retention, Client Loyalty Academy, our free Facebook group. Link is in the description, wherever you happen to be watching this. Make sure you jump onto our YouTube channel, Referral Marketing Guru, Referral Marketing Guru, search on YouTube, or the link is in the description. We put up videos 3 times a week there to be able to help you. We've always got great trainings happening in our free referral system, client retention, client loyalty academy, free Facebook group. So make sure you come hang out in one of those 2 places. If transforming your referral systems, your client retention strategies, your client loyalty, and skyrocketing that through the roof is a priority for you, you know how to find us. I'll talk to you soon. Take care, all.